I'm going to be 89 May the 11th, which is coming up, and I've been a widow for 8 years. Years ago, about in 1912, 1922, the average death age for a person was about 65, 68 years old. And now the latest statistics show that it's about 80. I know I have friends that are close to 100 years old, and they're very active, you know. You try to be more active because that's where people slow down. Once they're not active, they start, every day they'll get a little slower. This is a freehand painting, acrylic painting, which I didn't do too good on. My trees could have been better, and the shed could have had windows in. After you do your work, you could sit there and figure out what you should have done and didn't do. I've had a very wonderful life. There's nothing I want to change. I've had good children and good grandchildren, and they actually keep you moving. Your children and your grandchildren and your friends, you need people in the world.
PSOP means Programs and Services for Older Persons. We also, somebody had suggested it also means Pleasing Seniors is our policy.
Well, interestingly, PSOP is, we are part of the college, but not specifically funded by the college. Everyone in this building is on a grant, except our assistant, Susan Flug, who is the administrative assistant. She and I are on college funds. Everyone else in the building is on a grant through the state or the federal government or both, and through county and city government. We do a lot of legislative work and campaigns with legislators to pass bills that would help support our programs. But we're like other senior centers too, and there's always that possibility. And programs are cut, and they will be cut back this year. Funding will be, but we'll do our best to continue on.
I would like more people to know about this place. I would like it to be funded well. One of my issues is I have to have enough money in my account all the time to pay for the things that I want to do, and sometimes there's just not enough money to do that. And it would be great if I didn't have to worry about that aspect and I could just show the seniors a great time.
The longer you work here, the more passionate you get about helping seniors. We love our seniors, and many occasions PSOP is their only venue to the outside world.
You have to keep active, because if you don't, it's just like you'll get to the point where you won't, if there's nobody to talk to, you won't talk to. You'll live in your own little world.
We have quite a few people that say, I don't know what I do without this place, because it gives them somewhere to go and a reason to wake up in the morning and something to put on their calendar. And we say all the time that a senior needs to, besides just have something to do, but to feel needed and wanted, and someone to want them for something. So we try and call them when they're not here and say, where were you? We missed you.
They say it's very important, even if you have someone come in a few hours a day or just to check on you or make a phone call, but you have to stay in contact with people.
We help them through programs such as Senior Companions, Foster Grandparents, the Retired and Senior RSVP program, things like that.
There's no membership fee. You have to be over 55 and walk in our front door. So you can live anywhere. In fact, we have some people from St. Louis that come over to our dances and stuff. We try to cater to St. Clair County, Madison County. We have ATS. It's called our Alternative Transportation System, and that's part of SWIC. You can get a book of bus passes, and I believe right now it's like $3.50 or $4. No matter where you go, the price is the same. So even if you went 3 blocks to come here or all over, it's still the same price. But it has a wheelchair lift, and it'll come pick you up at your door, and it'll drop us off at our door. And we have a lot of people that do it. I would love to talk about the activities that we have. It would be better if we do almost day by day, because every day is different. So if you were a senior walking into our building on a Monday, over here in the corner they'd be quilting. There'd be a couple guys playing euchre. Chess instruction is on Mondays, and then one of our newer things on Monday afternoons is our Wii tournaments, that they do Wii bowling and they do Wii Let's Dance.
Unless they
See,
do
you
a
got
Tucker
that
Hall.
darn curve now. You better throw it right.
I don't go.
What curve? They're going
You
out.
got it, you got it. See, you got that thing going that way.
I don't have, I had a stroke
throw
in
it right
1980
there.
in my left leg. a couple years
Just
ago.
throw it right there. You got the
Okay.
line going that way.
Straight
away.
Yeah, you're worse than me.
I can
What I like about the activities, just that classic example on Monday, is we have the old quilters. I don't mean the old quilters people, I mean the old skill of quilting. And then we have something brand new like the Wii bowling. So we try and get up and coming activities, things that they've never done before, but still trying to keep with the tradition of what they grew up with, and we try to honor that.
The days when I'm not babysitting or taking care of the kids and doing errands for them, I like to come up here and bowl. It downright gets funny at times, everybody in different conversations and different stories, and you can have a lot of fun. When Sunday comes, my plans are right away for on the Monday to come up here at 1 o'clock and help set up and do it. Everybody works together. It's a good deal.
On a Tuesday when you come in, there'll be pinochle down here, about 50 players. You'll go into the main room, there'll be bingo and lunch. And then after lunch, there would be more pinochle. Pinocle's real big around here. On Wednesdays, if you would come in here, there'd be the knitting and crochet group would be sitting over here. Sometimes there's a dance. On Wednesdays we have a dance. When you come here on Thursdays, they'll be playing domino and bunkos here. There's another big pinochle group. There are different pinochle players come on Thursday afternoons.
A lot of people play cards 2 and 3 times a week, especially the men. They love to play cards and keep up with sports.
On Fridays you can come in, there'll be men's club, which is retired athletes and coaches that all get together and talk about the glory days. They have a speaker. We make lunch for them, and these guys talk more than the ladies do.
Flying a new airplane, not new one, but a different airplane, in heavy winds. He said he's got a lot of flying time in, but he said, I don't want to fly a different airplane in that kind of weather.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to be among people your own age, enjoying what you have in common. I don't know what I'd do if it wasn't for the PSOP, to meet good friends.
And Dean has to be over at Fort Lauderdale tomorrow, and if they'd have flew the airplane back, they wouldn't have made it, because from Midland, Texas, they was planning to go into Meridian Mississippi,
Yeah.
and then from there into Florida, because they wouldn't have got back till a day
That
sometime.
everybody here is so nice, and I've made a lot of new friends.
Make friends here, do activities, physical and mental activities here. And in addition, we have counselors on staff. So when we do have seniors that are depressed or have situations like that, they can call on one of our counselors. It's very private, very confidential, and it's a free service.
What if you were on a desert island and nobody there? You would go bananas. You'd be ready to climb up that banana tree. And outside of that, if you have hobbies.
Oh, I forgot line dancing on Wednesdays. We have a big line dancing group. We also have swing dance on Monday nights.
Right behind, right in front, right side, look to your left, cross and cross. Now let's do it to the other side. Relax your hands and kind of keep them down. You want them at least.
I've been teaching in this program for 6 or 7 years, 8 years maybe even. It's a great program. When we started, we had perhaps 12, 13 people in the class, and now we've got 50 or so. When they come here, they not only get physical exercise, they get mental exercise because you have to remember the steps, and also they get social exercise because this particular group is very, very social.
Okay, we're going to do Abracadabra, which starts with a vine to the right and a vine to the left. Vine to the right and vine to the left. Weights on your left foot. Vine right. Ready, vine. Right, behind, right, touch. Left, behind, left, touch. Step, kick, step, touch, step, turn, hitch. Step, touch. And we start again.
We've had like 4 trips. We've had 4 bus trips where we've all gotten together and gone on these bus trips and just had a wonderful time together.
PSOP has a lot of wonderful one-day trips, plus a lot of longer day trips.
It was at the PSOP picnic in a park that I met my current husband.
Well, we have several people in the class who came in after their wife or mate had passed away, or most of the time it was because they were widowed. They come in looking for something to do. They just find out that this is someplace they can go. It's a safe place for them to go. We've had a number of people who have come in and met their mate here and have gotten married.
Well, one lady lost everything she had in the Katrina disaster. She moved up here with her daughter and then got an apartment and then met a man at the dance class, and they eventually got married.
We've had 3 couples now that have met in line dancing and they're married now. So, we got the hookup here too.
I have a story about when I was teaching over at a retirement center where they were quite a bit older than here. They were in assisted living and independent living, but they asked me if I would teach a little ballroom class. So I was teaching a little ballroom class, and one of the ladies there asked a gentleman there if he would be her partner. And that progressed to where they were joined at the hip, and they were eventually joined in matrimony. And they asked Bob and I, my husband and I, if we would be their matron of honor and their best man, because we were the ones that had brought them together. And he was in his 90s and she was in her late 80s.
And 2 others in there have gotten married after meeting on the dance floor, because in my opinion, nothing more attractive to a widowed man than a woman who's not looking for him in sweaty outfit that is not trying to catch a man.
A lot of times, even after the class is over, 20 so of us wind up going over to a local little restaurant and and get together and just talk for another maybe half an hour, 45 minutes after the class is over. So it's very, very social, and it's very important for seniors to keep themselves going mentally, physically, and socially.
All I could say is I appreciate every moment and all the people that you meet. You meet a stranger, sometimes just saying hi to them or smiling at them or helping someone in the store if they need help. And because a smile doesn't cost anything, or a good word, or a thank you, or things like that.